Brothers and sisters, I hope you're feeling great today because I am just a little like this, just a little like that, okay? First of all, I would like to talk a little bit about Mr. or I should say Alexander Bissonnette, the one who killed 6 people at the Great Mosque of Quebec. Mr. Trudeau and Mr. Couillard were both there. So, Mr. Trudeau decided to make a national funeral for those fucking Muslims, okay? Do you think a Muslim deserves a national funeral? Well, to be honest with you, I don't really think so, because those Muslims came here, possibly that they were living among us, okay? Possibly that they got our own fashion of living, but they were still Muslim. They were not born here in Canada, they were born in their own country elsewhere, okay? In another country. It's good, but it's not good to have a national funeral when you saw the people that at Burkina Faso, those Quebecers there, they should have got a national funeral as well, because they were not here. Just because they were Quebecer, they did not deserve a national funeral, okay? This is simple as that, because just remember when Mr. Pierre-Elliott Trudeau took the power in Ottawa, he said, "Hey, Quebec, watch me, because I will keep watching you." Mr. Jean Chrétien, the crooked mouth, said the exact same thing, okay? He hated the Quebecers. Paul Martin hated the Quebecers. Mr. Harper hated the Quebecers, and I guess Mr. Scheer won't like the Quebecers as well. I am a Quebecer, I am very sorry to say that, but just not because I am a Quebecer that I have to pay for the rest of Canada. I know the rest of Canada don't like Quebecers because we speak French, and but myself, I keep saying that when I did my military career, my whole military career was done in English, okay? This is why I'm speaking English the way I am right now, is because I have learned it from you guys, okay? So I'm just hoping that you will consider what I'm saying. As for Omar Khadr, this has become a real scandal for Mr. Trudeau, because a lot of us don't really think that Omar Khadr did deserve that $10.5 million from our income tax money, We all know that we all paid for Omar Khadr, okay? And now Mrs. Pierce from the state is trying to get money from the federal government, and I'm only hoping that she will also try to get money from Omar Khadr, because he's the one who killed her husband. And by saying that he killed her husband, he's an assassin, and he likes what he did, and especially Trudeau, Mr. Trudeau gave him money for what he has done for Mrs. Spear's husband, and it sounds very, very worry, okay? The one who's got blinded for the rest of his life from Omar Khadr, this is the exact same thing. I'm only hoping that that guy will come against the federal government and against Omar Khadr, because those two are assholes and they don't deserve to be living the way they are right now, okay? Omar Khadr, he's a real terrorism. He was born here in Canada, but just by the fact that he was born in Canada does not mean that he is a real Canadian, because he was living between here and Pakistan. And while he was in Pakistan, he have learned how to be a good terrorism. And after that, he came back here in Canada, and then his dad came back here to get him to fight for Al-Qaeda, okay? So Omar Khadr fought for Al-Qaeda, and look what they did at the 09/11 in the state, They just fucking destroyed the 2 towers, the big center there, okay? The tall towers, okay? 2 of them, they had been destroyed by Al-Qaeda, Mr. Osama bin Laden. And not Mr., but doesn't deserve to be called Mr., but Omar Khadr, he saw those fucking big tower going down. I believe he was happy about that because that came from Al Qaeda, and Omar Khadr is an Al Qaeda man. Okay, he is in Al Qaeda, but he is living here in Canada, and Canada, you know, they keep him free in our country, our nation, but he is a real terrorism. Same thing as his wife, you know. Talking about wife, do you have a clue where Mrs. Gregoire is at right now? I mean the Prime Minister's woman, wife. I don't know where she is at because usually you keep seeing her on the hand of Mr. Trudeau, but right now wherever Mr. Trudeau goes, he's always alone. But did he put her? Did he send her in Muslim country, or I don't know. I don't have a clue about that. But people keep asking me where she is at right now. I don't know. I'm telling you right now, I don't know. Okay. As for viruses, in my email I was talking to you about viruses, but don't worry about viruses if you have a good antivirus or a good anti-spyware, a good spyware, because most of the time. If they can't enter in your spyware, if they can't get access through your spyware, well, you won't get touched by viruses, because usually viruses always come by emails, But if you keep opening emails from people unknown, you could be surprised that one day. I'm telling you right now. Go in your control panel for the one who has Windows 10 or any kind of Windows. Go to control panel, go to restore, click that, and on the second menu click on that, and then ask him to do a restore point for you, and just rename it the name you want or your own name. So you know, if you want to restore your system, everything will be there. If your system right now is working correctly, I suggest you to make a good restore point. At that time, whenever you get the viruses, just go back to your restore point that you had, because today you have no viruses. If you have no viruses, make a good restore point, as I keep saying all the time, and you can be sure you'll be safe. Okay. Myself, I have one done. It own my own name, and you know, just in order to be safe, just make sure you have a good restore point, a good one. Okay. Well, enough talk about that. I did uncompile 1200 viruses. I was looking at the one who was attacking hard disk. None of them were attacking hard disk. For the one who keeps saying that the virus can destroy your hard disk, I'm sorry, but you know, you gotta have a good virus to destroy your hard disk, or maybe the one that I don't know right now. But I mean, I've never met any viruses that was destroying hard disk. And I tell you right now, I have all kind of viruses, not on this computer, but on my laptop, because my laptop, that's the one I'm using to do my hacking all the time. You know, you won't find any trace of hacking in this computer. You will find a lot of traces of virus, of hacking stuff in my my laptop. But as I said, not because I am a virus, I am an anonymous member, or you know, but you know, I can tell you right now, I'm a good man. I am in anonymous, but I am a good man. Okay, you know, I'm looking at the note right now. I'm looking at the oh fuck, I can't recall the name, but they were the left party. They were against everything that liberal were thinking or were adopting in House of Commons. Well, you know, I'm still trying to remember that name, but I can't right now. But I'm damn sure that whenever I come back to you, I will have the right name. Okay, I know, I remember. It is Storm Alliance. Okay, with Storm Alliance, you can be sure that you will be safe wherever you live in Canada, because Storm Alliance is all across Canada. Based right now, they're working in Quebec province right now, but they're all across Canada. Those guys deserve everything, because they are all working for us, same thing as Anonymous. Okay. Well, you know, I have a lot of things in mind right now to talk, but you know, I'm losing my word because I don't have the word to tell what I have to tell you, okay? So I thank you so much for regarding this video, and no, don't think that I am mixed. My mind is all okay, and I can do good videos for you. Thank you, bye.